Welcome to Last Friday. I'm Jack Harper.
And I'm Brady Stinnett. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to week 5 of this Last Friday podcast.
Hey guys, welcome back. I feel like it's been a while because we're recording this on a Friday and we post on a Friday, but it hasn't been too long. It's just been a crazy week.
Not really like crazy week, but just I guess kind of long.
It's felt long.
I feel like there hasn't been much going on, but just kind of
Anybody else tired?
Everything's just kind of been scattered out this week.
Yeah. So like we talked about on last week's episode, we had in baseball the Crosstown Classic. Today is currently Friday. We're filming, so we've already played 2 games. Won both of those. Game 3 will be tomorrow night, back at Oxford at home, and so the series is ours, and we're looking for the sweep tomorrow. And then in other news, wrestling.
This is the only other thing that we think was even going on Oxford sports wise, but wrestling. Kamar Houston won the state championship for his weight class. I think his weight class was 190. Made all-team state too.
Yeah, huge shout out to Kamar and the entire wrestling team under their second year at Oxford. Very impressive to be doing what they're doing. They have a great coaching staff, and it's really impressive to watch. It's fun to watch, and a lot of support to those guys. So yeah, big congrats to them. And then in other news, that's kind of it on in terms of what we got. And then Brady, how's your week been?
It's been pretty good, but also can't leave them out. Shout out to Charger softball for winning last night.
What was the score? Did they win?
Yeah, they won.
Who'd they play?
Give me 2 seconds. Start talking first.
But no. Big congrats to softball. They started their season. And glad to see them winning. You can watch them at
there we go. 8-7 against Bruce.
8-7. There you go.
Ooh, tight game. Ooh.
W. Yeah, tight game.
Was it? No, it was away. It was at Bruce, was it not? Yeah,
at Bruce. Big congrats to the softball team winning there. And that's kind of it with Oxford sports. We have no other news
going on
this
right
week.
now.
It's just kind of been a weird week. It is officially March now. February is over, which means we're gonna, MLB will be coming. All baseball is gonna get fired up, and including softball and tennis. Tennis will get going. So we look forward to seeing all those sports progress as the year goes along. Not along. Coming up on spring break. You know what that means, Brady?
Biloxi, baby.
Biloxi. The legendary Biloxi trip. And then, 4 weeks until we graduate. Dude, what are you watching right now?
Nothing, bro. We graduate in 4 weeks.
4 weeks?
Yeah, 4 weeks.
4 weeks, bro?
Yeah.
4 weeks. Sorry, guys. Brady's running on 2 hours of sleep, bro.
Wait, you just said that, did you not?
No, I said fourth quarter. Wait, did I say 4 weeks?
Yeah, you said 4 weeks.
I meant fourth quarter, 9 weeks. And then we're graduated. We're graduating, we're gone. Question, Brady. When do you start the summer?
Bro, what?
At Ole Miss.
I think it's June 28th, something like that.
All right, well, don't get into the culture too much, man.
Dude. Wait, we ran a podcast in high school.
Just so y'all know, this podcast will be continued into college.
But we will be adding a member to it.
We will be adding a member. Okay, big surprise coming. There's a big surprise
Y'all got to wait a few more months.
Y'all got to wait a couple more. No, next week. Wait, hold on.
No.
Whisper to me. Who are you talking about? Oh, okay, yeah. 2 big surprises coming up on the podcast.
Wait, who's next week?
All right, come. Wait, hold on. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Big surprise. Huge. He might be a full-time member, just like we have our Passes Pick segment. We might have a new segment.
It depends on how it goes.
It depends on how it goes the first time. You guys are going to be real excited to see him on. But he knows a lot.
He knows what he's talking about.
He knows what he's talking about. He's very insightful. And so we're excited to have this mystery mystery person on the podcast coming up in the next couple of weeks. And hopefully he can become a full-time addition for the rest of the year. But, yeah, that's kind of all sorts of news going on in Oxford. Nothing really else going on. Miss Cheney hasn't been at school for, 5 days, so we don't really know what's going on.
Yeah.
Dude, what are you doing?
I'm just listening to you, bro.
Dude, you're on your phone. Brady's on his phone right now on Twitter
God.
looking at Perfect Game right now because, he has to look at his Perfect Game profile to make sure he has
Don't ever say that
score.
again. Don't ever say that again.
If you didn't know,
Dad,
Brady...
you got your Rivals account? Are
if
you a 5-star?
If you didn't know, Brady's a 10 on Perfect Game.
Dude.
He has a Fiji score.
Dude,
of
are
10.
you a 4.3 star on 247?
Hey, shout out our guy Carson, by the way.
Why? Why?
We just want to shout out Carson. And shout out Thomas. Or JT.
All right.
Shout out JT.
As always, thanks for listening.
All right, we're going to go ahead and move right on into our next segment this week. And y'all's favorite.
JD Picks.
JD Passes Picks.
Welcome back to week 4 of Passes Picks with our boy JD.
How you doing this week? It's been a long week for you, hasn't it?
Been a long week, but I'm here.
How you feeling, first off?
I'm better.
How's that vitamin water?
Vitamin water. Hey, saving grace this week. I'm not sponsored. This is not a commercial. Hey, vitamin water. 0 sugar, lemonade flavor. Get you some. If you're feeling down, it'll help you through a tough week.
All right, well, we're going to go ahead and review from last week, week 3. Overall records for the week, Paz took...
Who won?
JD.
JD.
Who did?
JD. All right, bro, shut up. JD won the week at 6-3, even though his play is at 0-3 now. And so positive, negative for their Paz. Stinnett went 5-4. Smelzer also went 5-4.
Harper at the very bottom with
Harper
3-6.
Came around the end with a 3-6 record to put him in last now, I think.
Harper just turned in the worst week record
of
this podcast.
3-5 oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, you did, buddy. The
Thomas
worst.
beat you.
Look, here's the thing.
Thomas
Here's the thing about this segment.
The worst.
You got to go out on a limb, all
to
right?
date in this podcast history. Jack Harper.
Well, luckily this podcast has only been around for 2 months. So.
3-6.
Look, all right. That's the thing about this segment, though. You gotta go out on a limb sometimes, and that's what I was doing.
And
sometimes,
and that bad boy snapped.
Sometimes it's gonna be bad.
Hold up. Talk about the Oilers absolutely selling our whole Passes Picks.
Everybody
segment.
picked the Oilers. Okay, first off, actually, scratch that. Can we talk about every home team losing?
Hey, I didn't tell you it was a guarantee.
You said
You're the
that
guy.
home teams
Hey.
have such an advantage in NHL hockey.
Buddy boy. You went 0-3
Buddy boy.
on the NHL slate. I went 2-1. So don't come at me.
All the home teams lost. What?
I can't believe Carson won the Maple Leafs one.
Yeah, that's
I have
wild.
a hot take right there, but it turned out for you.
Well, we already went over the Wild at the Oilers. Oilers took that one. Everyone dropped it. Maple Leafs at Avalanche. The Maple Leafs won.
Pulled out the road victory.
The road victory. Smelzer and Pass won that one. Lightning at Devils. The Lightning won.
Yeah, boys. It's a good week on the
Harper
ice.
went 0 for 3.
Yep. We asserted our dominance on the ice last week. You know, the Oilers, we thought that was a safe one, but the Wild, they snuck in there, took one in Edmonton. But we felt great about the Maple Leafs taking one against the Avs and the Lightning going into New Jersey and taking one from the Devils.
College basketball really disappointed me this week. South Carolina.
Hey, not me.
Not us.
Not us.
Look, I did go 2 for 3, but
Not good enough.
before we get into this,
Why would you
actually,
ever pick
we're just gonna
Alabama?
go
Why
ahead.
would you ever pick Alabama?
We're gonna start with South Carolina at Ole Miss. South Carolina won. We all knew that one. Smelzer. I don't know what you thought was gonna happen there.
Homer.
Come on now.
Mayor Matt.
Alabama. Now hear me out. Alabama at Kentucky. The day we picked, Alabama had a game that day, and one of their starters got suspended. If I would have known that,
You literally knew that.
You got to know what Alabama allows in their program and their track record. All right? And you got to understand what a safe bet is and what's not. All right? Kentucky buttoned up They do things the right way. Alabama, not so much. All right.
Oh god.
So sometimes you got to go with your gut, and the program that just runs a tight knit program, and the Wildcats did that.
Yeah, well, we'll give it to them. Kentucky won. Harper, I was the only one that dropped that one. And then Texas A&M at Tennessee, everyone got that one right. Tennessee won that one. Moved on into college baseball. ECU versus North Carolina. Mr. Smelzer, congrats. You actually did something right on this podcast.
Bro, he literally only picked them because of Cliff Godwin. That's the only name he knew.
That's true.
And his guy, Henry Lartigue.
Because
that's his guy.
His guy. Anyway, ECU won the series 2-1. You know, all three of us in here, we picked North Carolina win 2-1. I didn't actually watch the series. Was there anything that
North Carolina won game 1, and then
I think game 3 was like a crazy game.
Yeah,
it was a high scoring one.
I think North Carolina had the lead late, or maybe it cut it down to 1, and then just couldn't get a 0. But
yeah.
It is what it is.
I'm also pretty sure Iowa is now on a losing streak too.
Now Iowa versus Auburn in one game. Everybody dropped that. Everybody thought Iowa was going to win with their pitcher on the mound. Auburn took the game. What was the score of that one?
I think it was a close 1 or 2 run game, but
Yeah.
Iowa dropped all 3 games on the weekend.
It's because Brody threw. His ERA is still like
So,
1.2.
Good sign for the Rebels. Hawkeyes coming
We'll
into
see.
town on a 3-game
Iowa
skid.
on a losing streak. Ole Miss on a winning streak. So
That's right.
We'll
Don't
see.
let the Rebs get hot. Heard it here first, guys.
UCLA at TCU. Everyone got this one right. TCU took the series 2-1. Everybody went perfect across the board. So high fives around the room.
I think they swept actually.
High five.
We
High
still
five.
won.
High five. High five.
I didn't think they won.
High
I think they swept.
Wait, they
I
swept?
think so.
Oh.
Yeah, but we still won. We won.
Actually, no. I think I did see something where TCU swept,
Yeah.
but everybody picked TCU to win the series,
Yeah.
so that one's
Yeah.
cross. And of course, as expected, Pasa's play of the week failed.
Miserably.
Yeah.
Rodriguez.
Oh.
Say that one more time.
Rodriguez. I can't say it.
It's Rodriguez, do you believe?
Rodriguez
came out of the gates hot.
did not beat.
He knocked Ortega
Brian
down
Ortega.
twice in the first round.
And then Ortega went.
It was
big
kind of
boy on him.
Did y'all watch it?
Nah.
No.
Brock Siskey actually.
Is it pay-per-view?
informed me.
No.
Oh.
It was kind of crazy though.
free on ESPN
Ortega.
Plus.
This was Ortega's first fight in like a year and a half. He had been hurt. They come out. They're introducing him, and he's like jumping up and down, and he rolls his ankle, like almost breaks his ankle, legit, and like almost gets out of there in the first 2 minutes, like almost gets knocked out, and then the second round he just starts dominating the guy. So yeah, Pasa's plays over 3, so we're gonna move on from there.
All right, moving into week 4 picks. We got a good slate of games this week. We are filming this on Friday, so this is like right up to par. Everything should be fresh. We're going to start off, as always, in the NHL. We got the Jets going to the Hurricanes. Pas, we'll start with you.
I think this might be the best overall slate of games we've had in the now 4 weeks we've done this from top to bottom. So, we'll just put that out there here. Jets at Hurricanes. I'm gonna go with the Jets. All right, I'm gonna ride the road team here. Okay, the Hurricanes are solid. The Jets, I know at one point had gone one of the longest spans in recent history of giving up 2 or less goals in a streak of games. All right, so I'm going with the Jets here.
And let's just say this right now. It's been a very long week, and I don't know hockey that much, and I did no research. So I'm mostly going home teams here, so I'm going Hurricanes.
All right. Well, Harper knows his NHL, so
No, you don't. You never watched an NHL game.
I'm going Jets here. I'm going to take the Jets on the road since, the home team hasn't been working out for me. We're going to go Jets on the road here. And, that's kind of all I have to say about that game.
No insight.
No insight or anything.
Oh, well, I got us here, boys. Maple Leafs have never failed the kid. Maple Leafs.
Rangers versus Maple Leafs
The
next
Maple
up
Leafs has never failed the kid.
on the slate. This is our second time having him on the slate. Pas, what do you think?
I'm going to go Rangers here.
Whoa.
Another road team.
Whoa.
Right? Rangers, one of the best teams in the NHL. Very good defensive team. They do struggle at times on the road. But the Maple Leafs, they've got, like we talked about last week, Austin Matthews, probably the shoe-in right now to win MVP. But I like the Rangers overall as a little bit better team. I think they just got their 40th win. So we're going to go Rangers here and another road victory.
Am I hearing a Tommy take?
Maple Leafs on top.
Hope you're not a day late, dollar short on the Maple Leafs, buddy.
Maple Leafs on top. The home team. The home team.
Did you just say the home team hasn't been working out for you?
Yeah, I know. Chill. A home team.
Jack is swimming right here. He has no idea what direction to go right now.
The home team. Maple Leafs are going to win this one and possibly be crying come next week. Devils versus Kings next up. Brady, what you got?
Not much on these. All I know is the Devils lost last week, so we're going Kings this week against them.
Kings at home. Poss, what we got here?
The Kings have been kind of a weird team this year, all right? They started off the year as the best team on the road. Started off 11-0 on the road, and on the flip side of it, they started off like 2-7 at home. So this is kind of a tough matchup for me. The Devils are a young team, got some good players. Jack Hughes, some of those guys. I'm gonna go 3 for 3 with the road squad here. I'm going Devils.
That's a shame because the Kings are going to win. Kings on top. The home team.
I got to learn more hockey.
Yeah, we really got to do some hockey inside.
I mean, I'm seeing some real good opportunity.
Yeah,
for
but
me
if
to
we look
take
at
a commanding lead this week.
But hear me out. Poss thinks he knows hockey. He went 1 for 3 in week 1, 1 for 3 in week 2. Oh, he got 2 for 3 in week 3, so he claims to know hockey.
What was your hockey record last week?
Last week it was 0 for 3,
Okay,
but hey, the week before that it was 2 and 3, and the week before that it was 2 and 3. So technically we've guessed the same amount of games correct. For a guy that doesn't know hockey, that's pretty good.
I got us here, boys. I got us here to start the basketball off.
All right, college basketball. It is March. Hold on. It is March. March Madness is here. That means basketball games are a little more serious. Florida versus South Carolina start off our slate.
South Carolina at home.
South Carolina at home. Am I next?
Yeah.
Look, all I'm going to say is Florida and South Carolina are two of the, I don't know, I'm not going to say bipolar teams in the SEC, but for some reason they win games that you feel like they're going to just like be really good, and then they lose. I'm going to go South Carolina because it's at South Carolina. I think it's going to be tough for Florida to win on the road here. And South Carolina is playing good basketball. They looked really good against Ole Miss the other day. I'm taking South Carolina at home.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
I'm going to go South Carolina here. We're going to go safe pick, South Carolina.
Yeah. That's a great pick. Your first one of the day.
Harper started off.
All right, Tennessee versus Alabama. This is going to be a really good game. Alabama coming off like their, 10th game. I feel like they've scored 100-plus points. They played Ole Miss and Alabama, who they had earlier in the week before Ole Miss last week. I forgot. Anyway, it doesn't. Oh, Kentucky. That's right.
And they got squashed.
Yeah, and they got squashed. Tennessee is coming off a win, I believe. They came back against Auburn and they won. So Tennessee is playing really good basketball right now, but it is at Alabama. I'm going to take Tennessee on the road. I think this is going to be a road victory for Tennessee. Go Big Orange.
From what my boy C. Smelly, Carson Smelter has told me, Tennessee and Alabama are both really good teams, but Alabama at home is not getting beat.
Yeah, winning on the road in the SEC has been tough. But I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna ride with the favorite for the SEC Player of the Year this year, and I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the Vols on the road to get a tight one here.
And hey, speaking of Player of the Year, he had more points than Auburn in the fourth quarter of that game.
I know at one point he had more 30-point games, or maybe 25-point games in a row, and that's happened in like the last 40 or 50 years in the SEC history.
Yeah, no, he's on fire right now.
Look for what is it? Connect, Dalton Connect.
Yeah, it's
look
Dalton
for him
something.
to put a stamp on the SEC Player of the Year and go ahead and end that conversation.
Yeah, I agree. And then last up, we got Ole Miss at Missouri. Ole Miss is needing a desperate win here. Missouri is a bottom feeder in the SEC. I think dead last in the SEC. Ole Miss has to win this game. I mean, they got to win this game. They got to win out. They got A&M at home, I think, next.
Yeah.
They got to win those 2 games, and then they got to go on a run in the SEC championship if they want a chance. I'm going to take Ole Miss though on the road here.
Yeah, I'm taking Ole Miss.
Missouri's just not good.
It's one of the bottom boys.
I think Ole Miss should handle here.
Yeah, Ole Miss struggled with Missouri at home a week or 2 ago. But I'm going to take them to make a pretty big statement and go get a double-digit win. Like Jack said, they're kind of in desperation mode, trying to do whatever they can to make their final cases, maybe trying to get one of those last spots in the tournament. So they've got to really go dominate a team that they are supposed to beat. But they've got to do it and take care of business on the road.
Yeah, agreed. Moving on into college baseball, this is going to be weekend number 3 of college baseball. Got a lot of good games so far this year. We're going to start out with Iowa versus Ole Miss in a series that starts tonight at Swayze Field.
Iowa is struggling, and Ole Miss is coming off 2 really big wins.
We said earlier in the year, earlier in the podcast, not earlier in the year, that Iowa coming in on a losing streak, Ole Miss on a win streak.
Ole Miss is finding some things out pitching-wise, too.
And hitting.
So I think Ole Miss is definitely going to take this one, and I think Ole Miss is actually going to sweep this weekend.
Okay. Ole Miss sweeps. Boss, what you got?
Yeah, I'm kind of on the same. I don't know about sweep, but I think Ole Miss is going to try to get into the bullpen tonight early. I think they're going to be pretty patient early against Breck to try to get his pitch count up. Obviously, a big strikeout guy, so you don't expect him to go too deep into the game this early in the year. I think they'll get his pitch count up, get him out of the game as quick as possible. Hopefully by the 4th or 5th inning, they'll be in the Hawkeye bullpen. And I think that'll pay dividends here later in the series. I'm going to take Ole Miss to take 2 in a big series win. They, like Brady and Jack said, they've kind of righted the ship here the last couple of weeks, week and a half or so. Really starting to swing the bats. The pitching really hadn't been the problem up until this point. I think the bullpen's been pretty lights out compared to what it's been in the past couple of years. So I think that's been a positive. We'll knock on wood there. But I think Ole Miss has got a chance to take 2 from a really good Iowa team this week.
Yeah, I'm going Ole Miss as well. You kind of summed it up in terms of the pitching and hitting. I'm going to take Ole Miss to win 2 out of 1. I don't think they're going to sweep. I think they're going to drop 1. I just don't have enough confidence right now in the team to sweep a solid team yet. But I do think they take 2 out of 3, win the series. I think it's a good quality pickup for Ole Miss. Next up, we got Clemson versus South Carolina in a rivalry series. So, this one's going to be tight. Poss, we'll start with you here.
Yeah, another ranked showdown, big rivalry early in the year. 2 teams that have, postseason aspirations. South Carolina making some noise last year. What's the guy's name?
I'm trying to find him right now.
He was a freshman last year. He hit like 25 home runs.
Ethan Petrie.
Look for him to make some noise early. I'm going to take South Carolina to win the series. Probably not a sweep, but we'll go South Carolina here. I think home field will play an advantage.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to take South Carolina 2-1 here. I don't think they're going to sweep. Clemson's a very good ball club coming in for South Carolina. I think it's going to be 3 great games. I think we're going to get some really good baseball out of that series, but I think South Carolina will take 2 out of 3 here.
Yeah, South Carolina's definitely going to take the series win, I think, at home. South Carolina's been a powerhouse the last 3 or 4 years, too. Yeah. So South Carolina's going to take that series.
And last up, we got a great game. As always, Texas versus Vandy in a 1-game pick this week. 2 elite programs when it comes to college baseball, both with a lot of history. Should be a great game. Where's this one being played?
It's one of those classics.
Yeah, it's one of the classics. It might be the Houston one.
It's at Houston.
Yeah, Houston, because they already had the Arlington or the Rangers one.
Yeah.
So this one's going to be played in Houston, I think.
Brady?
Yeah, Brady, what you think?
I think Texas is going to take this one. Vandy, coming off a loss, it was Stony Brook, right?
I know they lost to Gonzaga on the weekend.
Gonzaga they lost to, and then I think they lost to Stony Brook too. I think Vandy's struggling right now a little bit, and I think Texas is going to take this one.
Yeah, I'm agree with that one. Texas, I think, from what I've seen, looks really good this year. Vandy's kind of been struggling. Obviously they have talent on the roster, but they'll probably figure it out once they get the SEC play. But for now, since we're not there yet, I think Texas is going to take this one, but I think it should be a great game.
I'm going to go Vandy here. Obviously, they struggled a little bit last weekend with Gonzaga. But I don't think they'll have any issues getting motivated to play a good Texas team in their home state. I think Vanderbilt comes out and plays a really clean game. Coach Corbin, he'll have the guys ready, and this will be a really big win for them, boosting them moving forward into the season. So I'm going to go with the Commodores.
That's going to wrap up college baseball, and now moving into a segment that we don't even look forward to nowadays because it's
I'm just going to go ahead and say this. He's starting to take the easy way out of things.
Yeah. No. I'm not going to lie.
He's starting to take the easy way out of things.
I'm not going to say the play because he's going to say the play for the week, but it is on our spreadsheet, and I'm not going to lie. This looks like a really easy, just obvious pick to me.
Guys,
like this is sad.
Listen,
you're just trying to get an easy win out of this.
If you told me Pasa's play was going to get this low, I would have just
scratched it. Listen here, guys. Don't let them beat this pick down, okay? All right, we'll give you some insight on this thing, okay? All right, we're going to go college baseball. We're going to go back to our roots here. We've got number 16 Alabama.
Roots because he played baseball in Northeast. He's a stud.
We've got number 16 Alabama versus number 20 Indiana. So two ranked teams playing in Frisco at the College Baseball Classic on a Friday night. Okay, Aces are going to be going. Okay, Alabama's had some injuries on their pitching staff here recently. Okay, all right. So I think this is a pretty tight game on paper. Okay, so we're gonna go Alabama to get the win over Indiana. Okay, they're 9-0. Indiana 6-2. Alabama off to a great start, new coach, all that good stuff. And we're going to go Crimson Tide to get the win over a ranked Indiana team. So don't let these other two guys tell you any different. Okay, we're going Alabama to beat Indiana tonight.
I'm not going to lie.
If Alabama doesn't beat Indiana, I think it's sad.
Bro, Indiana's starter against Wake Forest was like 94-97 with like 3 different pitches for strikes.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Look, all I'm going to say is this.
That's pretty hard to hit, buddy.
How many bombs has T.J. McCann's hit at Alabama right now? Because I've seen like 3 or 4 dudes hit a lot of bombs.
I think he has 3 or 4.
Yeah.
T.J. McCann goes for 2 bombs in this game.
I'm fine with that.
2 bombs.
That wills Alabama to a win.
I don't think that it's going to be 2 bombs.
I'm joking. He's not going for 2 bombs. I think he does hit 1 bomb, though.
I think he goes yak on a fastball in. He's turning on it out of the stadium.
T.J. McCann.
Out of the stadium.
With the cover on.
All right.
T.J. McCann.
He's going to hit it through the roof.
Let's go wrap up week 4 of Pasa's Picks. We will see who has the best record this week. I think I am.
It'll be me.
It won't be you. I'll go ahead and call it. I think you're going to go 1-3 in the NHL.
Well, if you have the best record, I'll buy you a vitamin water.
It's physically impossible to go 1-3 when there's only 3 games to pick from.
What?
You said I was going to go 1-3 in the NHL, but
1-4-3.
Well, you need to clarify.
1-4-3.
1 and 3.
1 and 3.
It specifies that there's 4 games.
Hey, you heard it here though. If Pos wins, that's a vitamin water on me.
If Pos wins the week, I may run away with this competition. Just so you know.
Run away with it?
Yeah.
Oh, we're just gonna. First off, I'll ask you this: when does NHL end?
Oh, we got a while, buddy.
Oh,
we got a while.
Okay, I think
I'm about to start watching like hockey.
Okay, we're gonna add MLB when it starts.
That's
right?
fine.
Okay, good.
I'm a savant,
bro.
Down.
MLB's so hard to pick.
It is. MLB is
so
hard because
random.
it's random unless the Braves are playing because they win every time.
All right, guys, that'll wrap up this week's segment. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
As always, thanks, JD.
Now we're with our special guest here, Lucian's brother,
a.k.a. Big Fish.
Big Fish. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Me and Brady, we're doing great. First off,
how does it feel? No. How does it feel? How does it feel to be in a closet with us talking about sports?
It feels great. Glad to finally be on. I'd never thought the day would come.
How many times have you think you've asked to be on the podcast?
Probably about 50.
Yeah, it's been a lot. Fisher pitched last night. Fisher, tell us about how you did.
Man, a lot of emotion going into the game.
A lot of emotion going into the game. Playing the rival with Fayette. Couldn't have done it without my guys, Jack Harper and Brady, cheering me on from the dugout. Brady really got me hype to go out there and pitch. Just thank him for everything.
Lots of strikes, lots of everything.
Now, when you're out there, is there anything you're trying to get? What pitch are you trying to get batters out on? What's your go-to?
A strike. This is my go-to
Facts.
pitch to get the guy out on.
Not good. That's good right there. That's good right there.
Our D1 pitcher right here. Is that
Dude.
good? Is that
Dude.
good stuff right
Dude.
there?
All right, now to our picks for the week.
all right. We're gonna go ahead and get Fish is our guest picker.
Hold on. Do you know anything about hockey?
Yeah. First off, you're
Not
probably
really.
yeah. So
I've gone to 2 hockey games in my life.
That's more than
That's
us.
more than
That's
us.
more than
So you should be fine. We're gonna go ahead and get right on into it. First game we got is Jets at Hurricanes.
I'm gonna go Jets.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Any reason why, or is it just like Jets?
Just when I heard it, sounded good.
Jets. You know, that's not a bad way to pick, honestly. It's not bad. Rangers versus Maple Leafs at Maple Leafs.
I've heard a lot about the Rangers, but I think I might go Maple Leafs.
Ooh.
Yes, sir.
Jack Harper's the only team to pick their Rangers.
What are you on? You can't see.
Yes, I can.
Paz is the only team.
Oh, that's
that-
Paz. My bad.
Gosh, you're blind. Next up, we got Devils versus Kings
Where's it at?
at the Kings.
I'm gonna go Kings.
Great pick.
It's like, dude, listen to us and listen to all my picks and pick all the same ones. All right, you're not going to get these right. College basketball.
Not gonna get 'em right.
Do you know a lot of college basketball?
I go to an Ole Miss game here and there.
What's like your college sport that you watch all the time?
Football?
Boxing.
Football? College
yeah.
football?
Yeah.
Okay. Florida versus South Carolina at South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Straight up forward. All right.
Yeah.
Any reason why? Just South Carolina?
Carolina.
Because South Carolina beat us,
All right. That's
and
fair.
they're pretty good.
It's fair because Ole Miss is the best team in the country.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Tennessee at Alabama.
Ooh.
Go Alabama.
Oh, yes, sir. He knows. Me and you were Alabama.
For your information, the SEC Player of the Year is on Tennessee's team, and they just
I'm
beat
not
Auburn.
feeling it.
Okay.
I'm not feeling Tennessee.
All right.
Feeling an upset.
One player can't win the whole game, buddy.
All right. Ole Miss at Missouri. You know Ole Miss basketball. This should be an easy pick for you.
Ole Miss.
Good pick.
Upset.
Yeah, because that's just such an upset. All right, we're gonna get right on into college baseball. Iowa versus Ole Miss in a series this weekend at Ole Miss.
I think Ole Miss has it.
All right, okay.
Sweeper,
First
like,
off,
2-1.
all right, we'll explain it. You go like who you think's gonna win, and then like if you think it's gonna be 2-1, like they'll take 2 out of 3 or 3 games.
I think Ole Miss wins it in the third game, 2-1.
Wins it in the third game. Okay. So 2-1. All right. And then Clemson versus South Carolina, a series at South Carolina, rivalry. Who you got?
I got South Carolina sweeping.
Is that it? You just gonna any details on that?
South Carolina SEC. Clemson's a
SEC.
poverty school.
Oh,
Baseball wise.
Whoa.
Baseball wise.
Hayden
Whoa.
Campbell and Ben Campbell.
Baseball wise.
They're definitely not a poverty
No,
school.
they're
Baseball-wise,
They're
they
definitely
are.
poverty in
Baseball.
football, not
Never heard anything about them in baseball.
baseball. They're
What?
good. No, baseball. They're solid.
They're
They're
good
both
every
okay.
year.
For your information, these are 2 ranked teams. Like they're both. ranked.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm still going South Carolina sweeping.
All right.
Sweet.
Sweep. Texas versus Vandy in a 1 game. It's being played in Houston and like the one of the tournament.
Both their aces are thrown too.
Yeah.
I got Vandy.
Oh.
Vandy started off their season solid.
Vandy boys.
First at bat home
You got
run.
the Vandy boys. Is that all you know about Vandy? Do you know that they lost to Gonzaga?
I know my
last weekend?
grandfather went to Vanderbilt.
Do you know
so
that-
he talks about it quite a
Did you know
bit?
they lost to Dayton, Stony Brook, and
No, I
Gonzaga?
did not know that.
Yeah. Well. Okay. Well, that's your fault.
Still got Vandy though.
Looking at your picks, you have mostly solid picks. You have some really weird ones in there, but I think you'll do solid. You'll do better than Carson Thomas, I think. But all right.
There's honestly no Tommy takes on his list.
Nah. I
Tommy
think.
have some crazy takes.
Hold up. Nah, South Carolina sweeping is a Tommy take.
Yeah, that's probably true.
That's maybe the closest to a Tommy take we have on here, but other than that, you're good, man. Anything else? How's life been?
It's good. No, struggling right now a little bit.
And what, life or like?
No, baseball wise.
Oh.
Baseball wise, but you know
Well,
we'll get
baseball
through it.
doesn't define you.
Nah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, but you know, it'll be fine.
Baseball defines your mood until you do good.
That's true.
Baseball-
That's true. Well, look, man, we hope the best for you, man.
Thank you.
We're here for you.
All right, now for the good questions.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite restaurant in Oxford? And don't say Fox's because you used to work there.
I never worked at Fox's.
You did, bro. You told me you did.
Brady,
No, I didn't.
Brady,
I've never worked at Fox's.
That came out of left field.
Never worked at
That
Fox's
came out of
before.
left
You
field.
told me you did.
No,
You still walk there to work.
I used to walk there to get
work.
food, but I never worked there.
Where'd you work?
I worked at the same place I've worked at since I was like 12.
Where?
University Sporting Goods.
Dang. I could have sworn you were a Fox's.
Never
guy.
worked at Fox's.
I didn't know you worked at University Sporting Goods.
Yeah.
What were you, the cash register? Or
Cash register.
Stock guy.
Game days.
the stock
On game
guy?
days, I fold clothes and I ask people if they need help finding things.
Interesting.
Yeah. But back to the question, I've become a big fan of Moe's barbecue,
I don't think I've had Moe's.
and it's either that or something.
Hold on.
It's
Brady's
either that or
Stinnett.
South
You've
People.
never had Moe's barbecue on
No,
the
I've never
square?
had
It's
Moe's.
amazing. You got to try
Okay,
it.
you gotta go.
Like, get what?
I'll take you barbecue.
I'll go with you, Brady.
Get the wings and barbecue sandwich
The
Yeah.
wings.
Banana pudding.
and the banana pudding. It's. I'm surprised you never had that. You're a
Never
foodie.
been.
You're a food guy.
Not really a food on the square type of guy, unless it's like Proud Larry's.
South Depot.
Ajax,
What's your favorite
South
place?
Depot.
All right.
Probably Ajax. I think I've answered that already.
Yeah, I think you
Buddy.
did say Ajax. All right, and I got a question for you. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you travel and why?
You gonna answer that or what?
Probably Hawaii.
That's it.
Cool place. I don't
just
know.
Hawaii, nowhere else in the world. Cool.
I don't know.
You don't want to go to Bora Bora with Tommy, right?
Ma.
Feeling Hawaii, cool place. Great view.
What do you mean?
Don't do it. Don't
No, I'm
do
not
it.
gonna
Don't do it.
All right, you can continue your description and why.
Great place. Looks cool. We had somebody formerly from Oxford that my brother kept up with on Instagram that lived in Hawaii. Sarah Caroline Bridges.
All right, it's a respectable pick. Hawaii, it's respectable. Me personally, I've changed my. I want to go to New Zealand.
New Zealand. Steven Adams. New Zealand.
I'm being for real. New Zealand.
Sounds fun.
It has
dog.
everything. It has beach.
Sounds
it has
fun.
mountains. It has everything.
Australia sounds great too.
Oh, yeah, I might.
Yeah, that was a great impression.
Australia. Brady, do you want to go to Australia?
Brady
actually doesn't know how to swim, so
Are you serious? You don't know how to swim?
I can most definitely swim.
No, you can't.
You don't know how to swim.
He drowns in the deep end.
25 years old, you don't know how to swim.
he drowns in the deep end.
I can most definitely swim.
Hey, don't worry, guys. Brady's a super senior, so he knows how to swim.
Where my hug
Where
at?
my hug at? All right, Fisher. Well, I think this is going to wrap up our section with you. You're pretty boring.
Thank you.
I'm joking.
Thank you.
Nah, he was a great guest.
You were great.
Don't ever talk to
I'm
Lucius Ray
joking.
like that.
You were
again.
great.
you.
You were
Thank you.
great. We enjoyed having you on. Glad you could take time out
Glad
of your
I
day
could
to come
come
on
on.
here. Yeah. You can leave now.
All right. Thank you.
See you, man.
I do.
All right, man.
Hey, great job. Great
Thanks,
job.
man.
Great job.
Thanks, man.
And this podcast was sponsored by Miss Cheney.